Hi guys. Alright, so I decided to do this just because I was kind of bored. I really enjoy horror movies, so I figured, since I'm watching them and they don't really, I figured I'd do some reviews on the movies that I'm watching. I just got done watching the Pact 2. It's an hour and 35 minutes long. It was made in 2014. And the introduction to it, when you're looking at it on Netflix, it says a woman has been having horrific nightmares involving a serial killer and his gruesome deeds, but it turns out the killer might be real. It's starring Camilla Luddington, Scott Michael Foster, Patrick Fischler, and is directed by Dallas Richard Halem and Patrick Harvoth. Alright, so as far as the movie itself goes, personally, I think it was better than the first one. The first one was it's not as scary as I was hoping. I've noticed that a lot of the movies that they're coming out with nowadays are supposed to be scary and stuff, but when you've watched as many horror movies as I have, the only type that's really scares the shit out of you is like Amityville horror, stuff like that, where it's just like, holy crap. As far as the Pact 2 goes, the original serial killer from the first movie is dead. His first victim's name was Jennifer Glick, and come to find out that the main character in this movie is her daughter. But at the same time, she is the daughter of Judas, the original serial killer. A bunch of strange stuff keeps happening in her house. She doesn't know that her mother is actually her aunt. And she does a couple of things for a living. Her main job is crime scene cleanup, which, I guess makes sense because, her boyfriend is a cop. And overall, as far as what I'm seeing, she doesn't really have a problem with gruesomeness, which kind of makes sense because of who her father is, but at the same time, she's not psychotic about it. I really don't want to give that many spoilers away for those of you who haven't seen it, but I gotta say, overall, it's a pretty good movie. It's not the shit your pants scary, but it did have my heart going a little bit for a while. Just if you haven't seen it yet, go out and see it, but don't watch it unless you've seen the first one. You gotta see the first one. The way that they set it up is it looks like there's going to be a third one, and since this movie was made in 2014, I don't know if there has been a third one, but I'm going to look for it, because if there is, I will be watching the hell out of that shit. If you like scary movies, I would definitely say go watch those, because they're pretty good. If you've got a weak stomach, though, you should be okay for most of the movie, but there are some parts where there's like a fuck ton of blood. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below.